This time we'll take a break from understanding the basics of Rust, and we'll try to make our code example a bit more interesting so we keep motivated. One very good thing about some crates or libraries in general is that they can be written in a very high level way, and this allows us to do some stuff without knowing a lot about the Rust syntax and semantics. We're still learning the very basics of Rust. We haven't seen a lot of important concepts, but we can try to make this example a bit more interesting, and this is what we're going to do now. We remember that in our example we had this output stream and we have a sink. We use this handle to the output stream to define the sink. We open a file, we use this buff reader and the decoder, and then we append the output of all these functions here to a sink, and then we can play it back. And in this case we are using here the music.wav, but it could be the music.mp3 or all the other codecs that are available. So when we listen, we are basically listening to this file. So what we're going to do is that instead of appending the result of all of this, we will define a source with the result of this function. And there are many functions that are part of the source that we can use. And for example, we are going to use that we will skip this audio to a certain duration. So let's say it will start playing instead of from the beginning, from, for example, 7 seconds. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to use the source, and we are going to use from standard time a duration, and the duration type is used to represent a span of time. So we can, for example, use some seconds. We are moving all this part here to here, and then we are defining the source. So let source is equal to this, what was inside this parenthesis from the original example. And now when we append the source to the sink, we will call this skip duration function that immediately skips a certain duration of the source, and then we are appending the result to the sink, and then we play back. And we define this skip duration is here. So we have this from seconds function that creates a new duration from the specified number of seconds. So we have this skip duration will be, in this case, 7 seconds, and then we are passing this skip duration to this skip duration function. So it will be this 7 seconds, and then we'll play it back. So now when we play it back, we will notice that we will not start from the beginning, but we will start from 7 seconds. So let's listen. Or we could, for example, start from 3 seconds. So we've seen that even though at the moment we don't understand a lot about Rust syntax and semantics, we are still learning the basics, but we can use these ready-made functions. So we just define a duration, and we get a duration from 3 seconds. We define a source, and then we use this function skip duration, and we append the result to a sink, and then everything is the same. So this is very good in this situation where we have this crate that is doing a lot of things for us under the hood. Our code example is a bit more interesting now, and in next tutorial we can go back to the basics of Rust and talk about the topics we were going to talk, like ownership, borrowing, and things like that.